கிட்டு வேணுமா? அப்படியா? சரி சரி. என்ன தள்ளி சென்டர். எங்கேயா வச்சு भगवान की टच. இல்லாட்டும் பரவாயில்ல. யாரதாக்க எதாவது சொல்லுங்க, நீங்கள் ஆரம்பிச்சு விடுங்க.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. It's indeed a very blessed day in many ways, but we say doubly blessed, many times blessed, because Swami, after his sannyasa swikarana, is coming to this shrine, I think. In the public presence, he might have visited, I don't know, but in all our presence, he is coming here today for the first time. And we are celebrating the Sthapana of Bhagavan's Vigraha over here. The shrine itself is a great blessing for us. It is what Swami said during the Jayanti talk. It is the ashrama. It is a very, normally now when Swami is here, so many have gathered. But normally only 2 or 3 people will be here meditating. And that is what Bhagavan is giving to everyone over here. But when Swami comes, he evokes in all of us that presence of Bhagavan, which is ever available to every one of us. It's a very, very simple presence. It cannot be something complicated. It is not dependent on anything, our own experience of ourselves. But for some reason, we have complicated it. We have lost it. We have lost that which is very, very natural and simple. But when the presence of somebody who is experiencing it as that simple truth comes before us, when we are able to see, this is what another great one had told me. The presence of a Jivan Mukta makes you understand actually what is it not to be the body. That is why it is so important to spend time in the presence of a Jivan Mukta. Otherwise, what is there? The same truth is in all of us also. But we are not conscious of it continuously. Some of us may be conscious of it intermittently. To be abiding in the truth all the time and to see how natural it is. And that is one thing about all Bhagavan's great devotees who are Jivan Muktas. the absolute, they reveal the absolute naturalness of that state. As I have had the good fortune of seeing Muruganar Swami, Vishwanatha Swami, Kunju Swami, and several others, perfect naturalness. So we can see, oh, this is how Bhagavan also must have been. And that Bhagavan has allowed us the continuation of that Jivan Mukta Parampara is a great blessing for us. And it is again an assurance which Kunju Swami had told that it is available to every one of us. We are not also going to miss it. That is what Kunju Swami said. It is not going to be missed by anybody who has come to Bhagavan. That is the assurance which we are getting from Bhagavan through Swami's presence amidst us, and here also today. My prostrations to Swami for his graciousness and accepting our invitation every time to come and share the Ramana Sannidhi with all of us. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramana.
டேபிள் இவ்வளோ இந்த ஹைட் இருந்தால் பரவாயில்ல, வேணும்னு அது ஒன்று இருக்கே, அது ரொம்ப அங்கே ஒன்று வச்சுருக்கேன், பரவாயில்ல. வேண்டாம் பரவாயில்ல எல்லாம் வேண்டாம், போரு விட்டுடும், பரவாயில்ல. வாட்ச் இருக்கா இங்கே? தெரியறது ஒரு மாதிரி. ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா? பொன்னொளிர் வடிவினானே பூரண வதனத்தானே தன்னரும் ஸ்வானுபூதி தரையலாம் மணக்க ஏழை அந்தரியஸ்ய. அப்புறம் என்னது ஸ்லோகம்? தன்னரும் ஸ்வானுபூதி தரையலாம் மணக்க ஏழை உன்னரும் புகழை கேட்டு உலகெல்லாம் தேடி வந்தேன் என்னருள் இறையே ஞான ரமணனே ஜோதி குன்றே அந்தர்யஸ்ய பகிர்விதூததிமிரம் ஜோதிர்மயம் சாஸ்வதம் शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः. देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम् यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। हृदयकुहरमध्ये केवलं ब्रह्ममात्रं ह्यहमहमिति साक्षात् आत्मरूपेण भाति। हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामज्जता वां पवनचलनरोधादात्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्। सत्संगम many devotees from various parts of the world, they came to see Bhagawan Ramana Maharshi. That is what the song just now I sang. In that song, that Satyamangalam Venkataramanayya says, Tannarum Swanubhuti Dharayalam Manakka. The fragrance of your Swanubhuti, Atmanubhuti, everywhere. Dharai also means earth, it also means ground. Everywhere in the earth it is fragrant. Unnarum pugalai kettu ulagalam thedi vanden. I have come to you, roaming about in the world, heard about you and came to you, roaming about everywhere in the world. To experience that Swanubhuti. Swanubhuti means, Anubhuti means experience. Swa Anubhuti, experience of one's own self, one's own real nature. Bhagawan Ramana Maharshi, that very name is the cream of all the Upanishads. In the same Stuti Panchakam he sang, Vedame Uruvanavan, is of the embodiment form of Vedas. The Sara Tamavastu, the cream, the essence. But what Bhagavan did, Bhagavan said Arunachala is the cream of Vedas. Vedantatte verara vilangum Veda porul. That is Arunachala, which shines forth in Vedanta, the Upanishad. Verara vilangum, which is inseparable from our own self. And that truth, that knowledge, Bhagavan said is very simple, utterly simple. Ayye ati sulabham atmavittahi. It is generally, when we say simple, there is a usage. It is simple like the gooseberry in the hand. Hastamalakam. Amalaka, like amalaka, nelika. Amalaka in the palm. Bhagavan also uses the same simile in Aksharamanamale. Kayyinil Kani, the fruit in one's palm. But in Atmavidya Kirtanam, Bhagavan says even that fruit has a distance. Kayyamalakkani poyyai ozhiya, migu meyyai uladu aanma. Atma is migu mei, it is immediate, it is direct, it is experienced by all here and now. It is more splendorous than any other light. That is what the Upanishad says. The mantra, very well-known mantra, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam agnihi. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. That mantra, the meaning is the self is more luminous, more intimate, more direct, more immediate than any other light. It is more luminous than sun or moon, than the stars, and what to speak about the fire. By the effulgence of the Atman, the self, everything else shines forth. Tameva bhantam anubhati. To recognize the world, you need the light of the self. To recognize even God, you need the light of the self. So the light, that is the Arunachala Jyoti. It is there in us as I am. That's simple. That is so simple. Many places in talks, Bhagavan says the truth is so simple. Why people make it so complex? There is nothing difficult there, no complexity there. The truth is so simple, it appears to be difficult because we are complex. So complex things appears to be simple to people. But something very, very direct, very, very immediate, which is in our, you need not even attain it. You need not even achieve it, reach it. There is no question of reaching because there is no distance between you and that. There is no question of attainment. Na utpadyam, na apyam, na samskaryam, na vikaryam, na kartrubhoktru rupam va. Shankaracharya says, na utpadyam, you cannot make it. Na apyam, you need not attain it. Na samskaryam, you need not refine. And doership and enjoyership does not operate there. He says, na kartrubhoktru rupam va. That means what? All the process that you use to get something in the world will not work here. Here what you are seeking is already there. Siddhamai ulporulai terndiruttal siddhi. This is what Bhagavan says in Ulladinarpada. That porul, that Brahman, that truth is ever attained. It is ever attained. It is there in me as the essence of I. This is the Mahavakya, Aham. Recently we had a talk on Kashmir Shaivam. That Bettina Bamarji was there. So their Mahavakya itself is aham. Nothing else. It is simply I, aham. And that is experienced by all creatures. Even in a plant it is there, even in a rock it is there. But we cannot find it, that's all. Ya tiryang nara devata bhirahamityantas sputa grihyate. What shines forth as I in all the animals, birds, even in a small worm, everywhere you look at it, you will find the I. Aham iti sputa, that is very clear. And it is experienced by all. God, somebody asks about God to Bhagawan, Bhagavan will say, God, we are not sure. So let it remain there. But everyone knows I am. I exist. No doubt. It is certitude. With certitude, you know the existence of your own self. So why don't you explore that? A question, if you turn it outward, you will see the world. If you turn it inward, you will see yourself. So you turn the intellect inward and you are keeping it inside, and for the first time, when you ask this question, who am I? For the first time after creation, this jiva is taking a single step from here to nowhere. No space. Anadhvaga. That is what the Vedas say. Pathless. No path. Adhva means path. Anadhva means no path. When Jiddu Krishnamurti said, truth is a pathless land, people think that it is, first time he said it. No, it is there in the Shruti, which says, truth is a pathless land. Anadhvaga advasu parayishnavaha. The anadhva, no path, no time, no space. And this experience of satta, as I, as aham, Bhagavan says that is Arunachala. Many places Bhagavan said, Arunachala is within you as aham. God is within you as aham. It is, you need not even achieve it. It is shining with all luminosity. Ignoring that, you go to temple. Ignoring that, you search for God outside. It is like taking a lamp and searching for darkness. Irundu olir unai viduthu அடுத்திட தெய்வம் இருட்டினை விளக்கெடுத்து அடுத்திடலே காண். விளக்கு means lamp, இருட்டு, darkness. The truth is shining forth within as one's own existence and effulgence. Ignoring it is actually atheism. Shankaracharya says it is spiritual suicide. The truth is so much shining forth. Vidyamanasya atmanaha tiraskaranath sarvepi atmahanaha. Atmahana means killing atman, means committing suicide. How do you kill the atman? The atma is shining forth within you. with so much clarity, you go on ignoring it and spend your attention, focus outside. That is, he says, spiritual suicide. It is atheism. நம்ம நினச்சிக்கிறோம் எல்லாம் பண்ணி இதை விட்டுட்டு வெளியில எல்லாம் பண்ணால் பக்தின்னு நினச்சிக்கிறோம். சங்கராச்சாரியர் சொல்கிறார் அது நாஸ்திகங்கிறான். Ignore the Atma and go outside. See, Bhagavan has given importance to Guru Bhakti. But when Annamalai Swami was very attached to Bhagavan's form, Bhagavan said, "Are you a Nastika?" He asked. Because Guru also is there to reveal to you your real nature. Shastra is there to reveal to you the real nature. Arunachala is there to reveal the real nature. It is like mirror. Muhuram. This is the word that Bhagavan uses in Aksharamana Malai. Muhuram. When you look at a mirror, you are seeing your reflection. Like that, when you see Arunachala, you are seeing yourself. If you don't see, then there is some problem. That is what Bhagavan says, Mukkilan mungattu muhuram ahadu enai thooki anaithu arul Arunachala. Says Bhagavan, Arunachala, take me, hug me and make me one with you. Means what? Means reveal my real nature. That's all. No hugging, etc. Because there is no two. Only one exists. And that one, see, the entire Advaita Bhagavan made very simple. No argument, no Purva Paksha Siddhanta, nothing. Somebody asked Bhagavan about Advaita. Bhagavan said, have you ever experienced two self? That's all. In fact, Bhagavan's Siddhanta is all question, no answer. Have you experienced two self? Your experience is always Advaita. You don't need any Brahma Sutra Bhashya, Upanishad Bhashya or Gita Bhashya or Purva Paksha Siddhanta. Nothing is needed for yourself. For your own experience, Advaita is Atma. The very experience of the Atma is Advaita. No two at all there. No duality at all. So, this is ever shining forth in us as our own real nature. When you get the Upadesha, you should attain the Jnanam like this, not even who am I. Don't take it wrongly. Bhagavan says, even doing who am I is because you don't have sufficient bhakti. Ahaspudam tattvamasiti vedaha tathapi asamprapya paratmanishtham bhuyo vicharaha matidurbalatvam. Your buddhi is not enough pure. That is why you are doing who am I inquiry. Madhupananai idu pahar. In Ekatma Panchakam, Bhagavan wrote, like a drunkard, constantly asking, where am I? Where am I? Like that he is asking. So always the self alone is, you are that. Tattvamasi. When the teacher says Tattvamasi, there is not even a question of meditation. Over. Deshikoktya Shivoham. Shankaracharya wrote, enna kriti adu? Atma Panchakam. But he says, Deshikoktya Shivoham. The teacher has said that I am Shiva. Over. I have not experienced. Who asked about your experience? He says over. Deshikoktya Shivoham. And what is experienced in me as my own aham is Shiva. It is nirvana. It is Purnam. So this is the truth. This is the Siddhanta. Now, whatever we may say, after hearing from pocket, we will take a but. B-U-T. It is all okay, but. Only when you say but, Bhagavan gives you who is saying this but. Then comes who am I. Otherwise even that is not needed. Then comes who is saying this I am not able to understand, I am not able to do, I am not able to meditate. Who is this I? What is this something which comes in between me and Bhagavan? What is this I? Then you inquire the source of this I thought. Now we are coming to self-inquiry, Atma Vicharam. First class is those who need not even do Atma Vichara. That is pure grace. Pure grace. No sadhana. When you attain through grace, no sadhana. Just directly the truth comes to the person. Shushrushubihi takshanat, as we said. You listen, you are over. One moment, the thing is over. That is kripa sakshatkara. When the person is not ready for that, then the mediocre person, the aham vritti is operating. I thought is operating, which is we call hridaya granthi, the center of misery, suffering, the limited center where one feels the limitation as I. All the pain and pleasure is experienced by this I, the doer, the enjoyer. Is this I thought, this aham vritti. So here is sadhana. Actually, even here, the sadhana is to find out the sadhaka. So the second stage is to hold on to this I thought. Ahamenum moola aviddai ahandrida ahamahamaha allum pahalara. Bhagavan says, day and night holding to the I thought. If you can do that sadhana, you need not do any other sadhana. Just hold on to the I within you. This is the mantra. Even Bhagavan has given this mantra to some devotees. Some devotees, when they asked, Bhagavan said, just hold on to I. This is the mantra which the Antaryami is constantly chanting within everyone. No other mantra you can chant so much. Nothing wrong. This is a mantra which is naturally, actually that mantra is not made of English or Tamil or Kannada. Only when you utter it it jumps out of the lips, it becomes some language. But inwardly, it is only a spandana, a throb, a vibration. That is common for animals, birds, everywhere. Everywhere it is common. See, this I is there everywhere. Even in a stone it is there, but we cannot find out. Ayurveda, there is one Siddhanta which they say, each and every limb in our body has a separate eye. We think only one eye. That is why in our village, elderly grandmothers used to say, if you put this eye, I have pain. If you put medicine here, they will say you should put in this eye also, otherwise it will become angry. So this Siddhanta is there. So this I, when you hold on to the I, this I thought, not I as consciousness, I thought. We call it vritti. Vritti is asmita vritti. As Patanjali Yoga Sutra says, asmita vritti. The I thought. There comes the who am I sadhana. This asmita vritti is controlling our life, everyone's life. When you have some problem, you just quietly sit and look, what is the problem? Only I, nothing else. For anyone that problem comes, it is not a problem for me. When it comes to me, this mayai neet. This mai in Aksharamanamala is English mai. Mayai neet mayinal unadu unmai vasham akkinai arunachala. So this ajnanam, avidya, is centralized expression of this ego, this I thought. So our sadhana is somehow become very alert. First step is just alertness, jagrata. Bhagawan very often used to say this, use this, jagrata hoy. To Kunju Swami also Bhagavan told this many times. And there's recently that Lakshmana Swami who was in Tiruvannamalai, he wrote in a paper to Bhagavan that by Bhagavan's grace, I have attained that direct experience of the self. He wrote it in a paper and gave it to Venkataratnam to show to Bhagavan. At that time, Bhagavan had gone for a walk, but when Bhagavan came, he took that paper, read it, and gave it to Venkataratnam and said, Jagrataya rakachal. Only that much. Jagrata. Even you get a glimpse of the truth, be awake, wakeful. Because the I thought, Shankaracharya says in Viveka Chudamani, you cut the banyan tree. Sometimes it grows in the wall, mostly in the parapet wall of the well. That is where mostly it grows in the villages. You cut it, you think you have cut it completely, but for the first rain, it will again come back. Like that, this ego, we will think, oh, it is gone. A little Vishayanubhava, it will again come back. So, Jagrata. Naan udiyadu ulla nilai, naam aduvai ulla nilai. The state where the I thought does not arise is the state where we are that. I am that. That is why Bhagavan in one of his songs says to Arunachala, whenever the I thought peeps its head out, put your feet on its head. Virimalar padathinai vaite. Put your padam, your feet on the ego. So the ego, the I thought, is the center of this Atma Vichara. The I thought, you learn inwardly to locate this I thought. Recently we were saying, this Buddhism, they have a usage. A disciple comes to Buddha and he hears the teaching. So he is a novice. After some time, when the person is really initiated, they call him a Srotapanna. That is the name that they use. Srotapanna means, Srota means stream, the current. Apanna means one who has attained the current or one who has entered the current. The stream winner. It is, we do not know what they mean by stream winner, but in Bhagavan's devotees, there is very, very clear location. We can see that. Those who come to Bhagavan really, only then you come to Bhagavan. The current of the I. When you enter into that current of the I, when you are able to experience that pulsation within you, the person is a Srotapanna, we can say. He is a stream winner. This is the initiation of Bhagavan. The I current, the current of I. It is actually touching the inner current. Then you are initiated. Then the person is initiated. The attention, who is touching? Your attention is touching. Your focus is touching the inner stream. The flow of the inner stream. Once the inner stream is located, it is like the buddhi and mind are like Ganga and Yamuna. And that stream is Saraswati, invisible. But when you, there is a shloka which we commonly say, Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim. When the disciple and guru really come in contact, the Saraswati manifests. The Saraswati is not visible otherwise. The invisible thing, see, I can very well tell that this is not speciality for Bhagavan's path. Even Bhakti Marga, it is there in different name. Yoga Marga, it is there in different name. Sometimes they will call it Kundalini Shakti. Sometimes they will call it Bhava Udvega. Many names they will call. When you do japa, the japa becomes alive. Otherwise it is only a shabda. Suddenly it becomes alive within. In Bhagavan's case, the current of Mauna, the current of aham, the person enters that inner stream, he is really initiated then. Sometimes, by one look from Bhagavan, even now it happens. Even now, in Bhagavan's Sannidhi, the initiating prana shakti is abundant. Only Bhagavan's outer form disappeared. The initiating force is continuing its work even now with the same force. Because even when before 1950 also, Bhagavan had no body. We only saw his body. And the force which was operating then is operating now also. That is why people are attracted. Otherwise, when a great sage is gone, nobody will go there. Because it is alive. The force is alive. But once you enter that stream, the job is not over. The person should be awake, jagrata, alert. You have really found something very precious. The Shraddha Shakti has entered into a very precious patham, Kalyana patham, stream. See, this is very, very sacred. You have to listen. So don't write. You will lose. The moment you write, you will lose. You can write later on. Because it has nothing to do with the memory, names, words, sentence, nothing. It is about something very mysterious. Shakti Lasya, that is what Ganapati Muni uses the word. The Shakti Lasya Pravritte. In the presence of Bhagavan, the Shakti Lasya begins. Shakti Lasya means the dance of the inner Shakti. The dance of the inner Shakti is already there within you. You just like a Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta. It is there in Lalita Sahasranam. So once that force you have identified, that Shakti has woken up inside. Now the body is like a live wire. Sometimes people will think the job is over. Then only all the vasanas, everything starts creating problem. Before that, comparatively, not much problem. Before entering into this stream, the person thinks I am a good man. But once the stream has opened up, all kind of things wake up. All forces become active. There, the person need a great protective power behind. See, generally, our Shakti will remain only in the lowest place. Mooladhara Chakram, which the Tantrikas call as Mooladhara Chakram. But Bhagavan speaks about the Shakti from the heart to the head. Because spirituality begins from the heart and goes to the head and settles in the spiritual heart. The travel is like that. From Anahata Chakram to Sahasrara, then settles in the heart. This is the Upanishad Sampradaya. Shatanchaika hridayasya nadyaha tasam murdhanam abhinisritaika. The Shruti says 101 nadis, and one nadi from the heart moves to the head. Through that the force travels. In Aksharamanamalayila enna paatadu? Amudavayaitira arunmati arun. This is the Amrita nadi, which Bhagavan calls it as the nadi of nectar. So the moment you come to satsanga, you come to Tiruvannamalai, you feel the presence of Bhagavan, the force has already crossed the lower chakras. But it knows the path very well, it will come down. It will come down. You meditate Bhagavan's Sannidhi, 11 o'clock, it comes down. severe hunger. In Ramanashram, hunger is much more. Especially after taking morning breakfast, by 11 o'clock you will start becoming hungry. If you don't take breakfast, no hunger. If you take breakfast, hunger is more. So it comes down. All other forces starts operating. So there, that is why அவ்வை போல் எனக்குன் அருளை தந்து என்னை ஆளுவது உன் கடன் அருணாச்சல. Bhagavan, see, Bhagavan says Arunachala like a mother. Arunachala, protect me. Like a Janani, you protect me. The force has to safely travel all the planes and settle safely in the self. Till then, you need the protection of the divine. Guru, Bhagavan, you can call Guru, Ishvara, whatever name you may call, you need a very, because the sadhaka needs a very, protective, affectionate atmosphere around him. That is very much needed. Even a small negativity, sadhaka will get disturbed because his mind is very tender, very sensitive. Not like an ordinary person. Generally we say, Bhagavad Gita, when we study, Gita it is said, Tulya nindastutir mauni. You insult, then also he is not affected. You praise him, then also, they speak about Jivan Mukta, Jnani. If you directly take that sign, all politicians will be Jnanis. You insult them, they will laugh. Even Jesus Christ says, slap in his face, he will show the other side of his face, that the politicians will do. At the same time, you see a sadhaka, a small thing, he gets affected. Then people will ask, what spirituality is this? This is why you should not go by the book. If you go by the book, you will make mistake. The sadhaka becomes very, tender. In fact, Vedavyasa, there is a Vyasa Bhashyam for Yoga Sutra, where Vyasa says, the sadhaka's mind is like the eyelid. It is like the eyelid, a small dust, it gets affected. The mind is so sensitive, so refined, so it needs a very, protected atmosphere. And that protected atmosphere is being invoked in Aksharamana Malai. Bhagavan invokes Arunachala and says, like a mother, like a divine mother, Arunachala, give me that protected atmosphere. Actually, if you are really getting more and more centered, that force will create such an atmosphere around you. Forces will happen around you. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Your kshema will be looked after, your yoga will be looked after. That yoga kshemam, don't go into that commentary. Here what I say is, your yoga also will be looked after by that force. Your kshema, the worldly well-being also will be looked after by that force. A strange force wakes up, which will create all protective atmosphere around you. It will protect. When Bhagavan remained in that state, someone or the other used to come to look after him. First, Seshadri Swami used to look after him. Then Palani Swami came. Then when you try to get centered in the heart, you have some negative experience outside. Yesterday also somebody asked, people are negative things are happening around, how can I do? It is not they, it is your own mind. The world is like a mirror. some negative thing is outside, you are seeing negative side means, or negative person means, the corresponding seed is inside you. Without that seed inside you, that person or that thing or that event will not come outside. Like that, when you spiritually get centered, the circumference will become a beautiful family. Some negative thing happens, certainly it is, the seed is inside. It is only a resonance, pratidhvani. We have to accept. So correction should be done here. Correction should be done here. Something is wrong in me, that is why outside these things are happening. So when the center gets corrected, you will see the outside will get corrected. You can test this. You can test this. If you try to correct the outside, it will become more and more worse. It will not get corrected. Bhagavan used to say, "Na yaarayin Tirtha varala voi." I did not come to correct anyone. So outside is only a reflection. Shankaracharya said it is a reflection. Your family is a reflection. Your husband is a reflection. Your wife is a reflection. Your son or daughter is a reflection. Your guru is a reflection. Your Ishta Devada is a reflection. The real thing is inside you. So no work outside. All correction in the center only. That is what Bhagavan said, Jagrata. Don't forget, nothing exists outside. Correct here. Become more and more centered. தான் இருக்க வேண்டிய இடத்துல தான் இருந்தா நடக்க வேண்டியதெல்லாம் தானாவே நடக்கும். This is one of Bhagavan's saying. If you abide in the right center, whatever things will happen according to perfect order outside. So what we have to do is to get more and more centered in the Hridaya Simhasana, in the heart, in the self. Swarupe Avasthanam. Not anything outside. You become more and more alert, more and more vigilant. A little movement of the eye you are observing. The spandana you are observing. You keep yourself awake, wakeful, and learn this art of holding to this spandana of I. And with every I thought, you take a dip in the center. This is real Ganga Snan, Kumbh Mela. You need not travel, go anywhere. Real Kumbh Mela is here. Kumbhe Samba Tavangri Pallava Yugam Samstapya Samvit Phalam. As Shankaracharya puts it in Shivananda Lahari, in Kumbha we will keep coconut. In this Kumbha there is Samvit Phalam. The Jnanam is the fruit. So you go to the center and hold on to this I thought and take, when you touch the I thought, I don't know whether you have done sadhana, you will understand this. Because it is not something which I can show you outside. It is within you. The I thought is within you. And who is following the I thought? Attention is following the I thought. The intellect is following the I thought. And when the I thought is being held inside, naturally the attention dives deep into the, in Vishnu Sahasranama there is a nama, Mahagarta. Mahagarta. Mahagarta means very deep pit. Very deep well. The heart is called Mahagarta. Into that Mahagarta, this attention falls. It goes deeper, deeper, deeper inward, and there you find the I thought vanishes, a state like deep sleep. Waking sleep, Jagrat Sushupti. No time, no space, no I, no you. Kalimayamai nindridum nilai. A kind of blissful, delightful peace, profound peace. Shanti. Nishala Tattvam, the stillness of the self. It will surface. Till you become familiar with that state, again the old fellow will come. He will, after coming out, he will say, I had a very good meditation. Becoming an enjoyment for the I. The I again comes back. Then, after taking a dip into that sacred waters, when the I again arises, again comes back to limitation, it will suffer. That is viraha tapa. The real viraha will come then. Because you have consciously experienced infinity. And again come back to the form of death, mrityu. So, again you take a dip, again you take a dip. This is nididhyasana. And slowly, slowly, slowly you become familiar with that state and recognize that that is me. I am not this, I thought. I am that infinity. I am that bodiless, mindless, egoless, purnatva, nishalata, nijabodharupaha. That is my real state. Shivam. That is my real state. Thus, re-owning, rediscovering, re-owning one's own padam. This is the word that Bhagawan uses, that padam. One finds the greatest kshemam, nidhi, treasure. That is Arunachalam. That is Bhagawan Ramana. Bhagavan remained in that state day and night. Aksharamanamale Bhagavan says, 1 hour meditation, 2 hour meditation, no. Rappahalilla veruveli vittil. Ramittiduvom va Arunachala. Arunachala, it is not to Arunachala that he is saying, he is giving us a message. Our samadhi should be Rappahalilla veruveli. Then only there is Vidu. Vidu means freedom. The freedom comes only when the infinity is experienced without day or night. Without the intervention of thinking or sleeping. That is a great job. Without thinking or sleeping. Not bothered about even sleep. Nidrayaha, lokavartayaha, shabdaderapi vismrtehe, kvachinna avasaram dattva, chintaya atmanam atmani. In Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, chintaya atmanam atmani. Meditate upon the Atman without giving any interruption for sleep or for gossip or for thinking about the worldly things, incessantly, without any interruption. Habituate yourself to remain in that Atmasthiti. This is Bhagawan. Bhagawan, for Bhagavan that was so natural. Nothing, never, you cannot see Bhagavan doing any outer sadhana. No outer practice, but very naturally, day and night, people saw Bhagavan remaining in Arunachala, he was revealing Chidambaram. Veru Veli Veedu, the Chidambaram, Chidakasha. Arunachala, he was remaining, he was like Akasha. Summa Nishalam, no boundary, no limitation. Always available in that state. That is what Shardaka told as Jivan Mukti. While alive, absolutely free. What is the pratibandha, obstacle for this state? The obstacle, chief obstacle for this state is when you have car, you want to drive the car. When you have a scooter, you want to drive the scooter. Like that, when you, for so many births, you are addicted to use the mind. Enjoy with the mind. So, worldly enjoyment I have left. Now I have started ethereal enjoyment. Upasana, through Upasana, actually through Upasana you are enjoying the other world, not this world. So that also is an obstacle to abidance in the self. Because this outer pleasure is given up, some inner pleasure is experienced, which is needed at a certain stage. But there, that also becomes an obstacle for incessant, timeless abidance in one's real nature. So when the yogi reclaims this state, he goes beyond iha and para. Neither this world nor that world. Only timeless abidance in that maunam, that shanti, that brahmanubhuti. Brahmananda. Ramakrishna will say there are three ananda. One is Vishayananda, and second is Bhajanananda, and the third is Brahmananda. So Brahmananda everyone cannot have. Let us have Bhajanananda. Bhajanananda is certainly higher to all the Vishayananda. You have to go to that higher state through Bhajanananda. The Upadeshasara also Bhagavan says, Uttamastavad Uchamandada Chittajam Japa Dhyanam Uttamam. So that is Bhajanananda. But when you abide in that Maunam Nishalam, even this has to be transcended. I am just saying this, it is not for all. Bhagavan is making me say, I am saying this. Generally, everyone need Bhajanananda. Without Bhajanananda, it is very difficult to go beyond the worldly pleasures. You need the Ananda of Bhajana. You need the Ananda of Bhagavad Bhakti, Upasana and all. In Ramana Gita, Bhagavan says, Upasanam vina siddhihi naivasyaditi nishayaha. Without Upasana, you cannot have that highest attainment. But when that highest is being held, to timelessly abide in that, there is no starting and ending sadhana there. There is no sadhaka, no sadhana, nothing. It is timeless maunam, nishalam. Bhavanatita sadbhavat iruttal. Bhava balathinal bhavanatita sadbhava tirthale unti para parabhakti tattvam unti para. It is parabhakti. What is that parabhakti? Bhavanatita sadbhavam. Upasana is bhavana. Even Arunachala is bhavana. Giri Pradakshanam is bhavana. Looking at Arunachala is bhavana. Even Tiruvannamalai, we are staying there. Only if you look through the window, you will see Arunachala. Otherwise, it is like staying in Bangalore, no seeing Arunachala. Sometimes you forget where you are. So that Arunachala you can miss. Hridi ahamiti nrityasi voho tane tane tattvam. That Arunachala you cannot miss. Arunachala as yourself, in you as the self, you can never miss. So at last you have to, even staying in Tiruvannamalai, that is what Shankaracharya says in Kashi Panchakam. In Kashi you will realize Kashi. You understand? You stay in outer Kashi, the inner Kashi will shine forth. And though Kashyam hi kashate Kashi. And what is this inner Kashi? Kashi Sarva Prakashika. That inner Kashi illumines everything else. Sa Kashi Viditayena. One who has realized that inner Kashi, Tena Prapta hi Kashika. He alone has gone for Kashi. Only when the inner Kashi shines forth, your Kashi Yatra is fruitful. So too, Bhagavan also says, the outer Arunachala is Karunapurna Sudhabdi. He will give you the teaching of the inner Arunachala. Only when the inner Arunachala is known, actually you have reached Arunachala. So wherever you are, you don't miss Arunachala. Wherever you are, you don't miss Kashi. In talks with Ramana Maharshi, somebody chants this shloka, Darshanad Abhrasadasi, Jananat Kamalalaye, Kashyam tu Maranat Muktihi Smaranad Arunachalam. By the vision of Chidambaram, by birth in Tiruvarur, by death in Kashi, by mere recollection of Arunachalam, one will get liberated. So chanting this verse, they ask Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan says, the meaning will be very clear if you understand what is Kashi, what is Tiruvarur, what is Chidambaram, what is Arunachalam. It comes in day by day. Here Bhagavan says, Kashi is Mahasmashanam. The self which is shining within you, when you have that jnanam, your body is burnt. So by jnanam only the body gets burnt. Jivan Mukti. So that when that jnanam has come to you, that bodilessness is recognized, then you have gone to Kashi. Tiruvarur is Kamalalayam. Kamala means lotus. And the lotus is in the heart. You have to take birth. Lebhe janim yaf parame swamule vicharya kasmad ahamityudaraha sayeva jataha sacha nitya jataha navo navoyam satatam munindraha. He has taken birth in the heart lotus. Seeking the I thought, the I disappears. That is Kashi. And another I shines forth. That is the true birth. So this is Tiruvarur Jananam. And Chidambara Darshanam is, you have the vision of the inner space. Chidakasha. That is Chidambara Rahasyam. And Arunachala Smaranam, wherever you are, you recollect your real nature. That is Arunachala Smaranam. So, this is the inner meaning of that. That is very important. Otherwise, Tiruvannamalai is too much crowded. Kashi is also crowded. I think Tiruvarur is not that much crowded. But Chidambaram is also crowded, very, very crowded. Because we think Tiruvannamalai is there, Chidambaram is there. Now it is high time that we have to say this. Otherwise, you come to Tiruvannamalai, you will get mukti, not Jivan mukti, Videha mukti, in crowd. So, outer Arunachala, outer visiting the place is important. That Sannidhi gives you that anubhuti. But very important is to have that inner hold of jnanam. Without chungachavadi tappadu. Bhagavan says you cannot escape that checkpost. You cannot simply by going to Tiruvannamalai or going to Chidambaram or going to Kashi, it is not a substitute for jnanam. Brahma bhuvana lokaha punaravartino arjuna. Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Bhagavan says in Gita, you travel from this plane to the plane of Brahma. According to Vedic scriptures, Brahmaloka is the highest. Don't mistake me, Vaikunta, Kailasa, etc. are not spoken in the Vedic literature. They are all coming in Purana only. In the Vedic literature, Brahmaloka is the highest, Satyaloka. It is not the question of this Brahma or anybody. The Prajapati is different in Vedic. The Prajapati means you can say Brahmaloka is Vaikunta. You can say Brahmaloka is Kailasa, that's all. So there, that is the highest. Sab Brahmalokeshu parantakale paramrita parimuchanti sarve. So till that, there will be return. But you realize it here, no return. That is what that shloka means. Krishna says, Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate means what? Atmanamupetya. Mamupetya does not mean any outside personality. It means by knowing the Atman, by the self, no coming and going. But outwardly, any Tirtha Kshetra you go, you can go up to Brahmaloka, you will come back. So, you cannot escape knowledge of the self. Whatever you may do, you have to at last ask, who am I? Somebody asked Bhagavan, how will it be in Vaikuntha? Bhagavan said, Vaikuntha you go, Narayana will be there in Ananta, you can have his presence, Sannidhi, etc. Then this devotee asked, will he speak to us? Why not? If you go there with the devotion, he will speak to you. What will he say to us when he likes us? What will he say? He will say, inquire who am I? At last, when he becomes Prita, he will tell you his grace. When it flows, he will tell you, inquire, do Atma Vichara. That is what he told when he came to earth as Krishna. To Arjuna he gave Bhagavad Gita, to Uddhava he gave Uddhava Gita. Everywhere what did he say? He didn't say to Uddhava, you come with me, I will take you to Vaikuntha. Uddhava is saying, wherever you are going, you take me. Krishna said, what going and coming? No going and coming. You are the Atma, abide there. Atmanam atmana yacha na bhuyah kalpasedhvane. Make yourself abide in yourself. Again, you will not enter this street of coming and going. This is the teaching there. So, this knowledge, don't try to unnecessarily escape from this nectarine path. Don't get bored with this amrita. If you want to get bored with every other experience. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavara Nibodhata. As the Upanishad says, wake up, be alert, approach the master and know the self and be free. This is the message. This is what Bhagavan gave us. Let us live this blessed life with this Atma Vidya, day and night meditating on this. Let us spend our time asuptehe amrtehe kalam nayed vedanta chintaya. Till you sleep, till you die, all time spent in this meditation. Nityotsavam bhavatyesham nityashrihi nityamangalam esham hridisto bhagavan mangalayatano harihi. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Yato mamatma bhavasittvameva tato na vachyam mama kinchidasti yathatavishtam kurumam tathaiva tvam atmanatham ramanam bhajami. आनंदेन जातानि जीवन्ति सैषा भार्गवीवारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतिष्ठति भवति.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. After Swami leaves, those of you who can stay back, we will have one Ashtotra Puja to Bhagavan. Otherwise also, Prasada will be ready. You can have the Prasadam. If you can stay back, we can join us for the Ashtotra Puja and then have the Prasadam. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
भारद्वाज विश्वनाथ विरचितं श्रीरमणाष्टोत्तरशतनामावली अपार सच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मि मात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि। ॐ महासेन महोंशेन जाताय नमः। ॐ श्रीरमणाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ अखण्डसंविदाकाराय नमः। ॐ महौजसे नमः। ॐ कारणोद्भवाय नमः। ॐ जगद्दितावताराय नमः। ॐ श्रीभूमिनाथस्थलोसिताय नमः। ॐ पराशरकुलोत्तंसाय नमः। ॐ सुन्दरार्यतपप्पलाय नमः।
ॐ कमनीयसुचारित्राय नमः।
ॐ सहायाम्बा सहायवते नमः। ॐ शोणाचलमहोलीनमानसाय नमः। ॐ स्वर्णहस्तकाय नमः। ॐ श्रीमद्भादशान्तमहास्थले लब्धविद्योदयाय नमः। ॐ महाशक्तिनिपातेन प्रबुद्धाय नमः। ॐ परमार्थविदे नमः। ॐ तीव्राय नमः। ॐ पितृपदान्वेषिणे नमः। ॐ इन्दुमौळिना पितृमते नमः। ॐ पितुरादेशतः शोणशैलं प्राप्ताय नमः। ॐ तपोमयाय नमः। ॐ उदासीनाय नमः। ॐ महायोगिने नमः। ॐ महोत्साहाय नमः। ॐ कुशाग्रदिये नमः। ॐ शान्तसङ्कल्पसंरम्भाय नमः। ॐ सुसन्दृशे नमः। ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ स्थिराय नमः। ॐ तपक्षपितसर्वाङ्गाय नमः।
ॐ पुल्लाम्बुजविलोचनाय नमः।
ॐ चन्द्रिकासुतहासश्रीमण्डिताननमण्डलाय नमः। ॐ चूतवाट्यां समासीनाय नमः। ॐ चूर्णिताखिलविभ्रमाय नमः। ॐ वेदवेदान्ततत्त्वज्ञाय नमः। ॐ चिन्मुद्रिणे नमः। ॐ त्रिगुणातिगाय नमः। ॐ विरूपाक्षगुहावासाय नमः। ॐ विराजसलचलाकृतये नमः। ॐ उद्दीप्तनयनाय नमः। ॐ पूर्णाय नमः। ॐ रचिताचलताण्डवाय नमः। ॐ गम्भीराय नमः। ॐ परमाचार्याय नमः। ॐ सुप्रसन्नाय नमः। ॐ अभयप्रदाय नमः। ॐ दक्षिणास्सनिभाय नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ दक्षिणाभिमुखाय नमः। ॐ स्वराजे नमः।
ॐ महर्षये नमः।
ॐ भगवते नमः। ॐ ईड्याय नमः। ॐ भूमविद्याविशारदाय नमः। ॐ विमलाय नमः। ॐ दीर्घदर्शिने नमः। ॐ आप्ताय नमः। ॐ ऋजुमार्गप्रदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ समदृशे नमः। ॐ सत्यदृशे नमः। ॐ सत्याय नमः। ॐ प्रशान्ताय नमः। ॐ अमितविक्रमाय नमः। ॐ सुकुमाराय नमः। ॐ सदानन्दाय नमः। ॐ मृदुभाषिणे नमः। ॐ दयार्णवाय नमः। ॐ श्रीशोणाचलहृद्भूतस्कन्दाश्रमनिकेतनाय नमः। ॐ सद्धर्शनोपदेष्ट्रे नमः। ॐ सद्भक्तवृन्दपरिवृताय नमः। ॐ गणेशमुनिभृङ्गेन सेविताङ्घ्रिसरोरुहाय नमः। ॐ गीतोपदेशसाराधिग्रन्थसञ्चिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ वर्णाश्रममतातीताय नमः। ॐ रसज्ञाय नमः।
ॐ सौम्याय नमः।
ॐ आत्मवते नमः। ॐ सर्वावनिमतस्थानामाराध्याय नमः। ॐ सर्वसद्गुणिने नमः। ॐ आत्मारामाय नमः। ॐ महाभागाय नमः। ॐ मातृमुक्तिविदायकाय नमः। ॐ विनताय नमः। ॐ विनुताय नमः। ॐ विप्राय नमः। ॐ मुनीन्द्राय नमः। ॐ पावकोज्ज्वलाय नमः। ॐ दर्शनादकसंहारिणे नमः। ॐ मौनेन स्वात्मबोधकाय नमः। ॐ मृच्छान्तिकरसान्निध्याय नमः। ॐ स्मरणाद्बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ अन्तस्तिमिरचण्डांशवे नमः। ॐ संसारार्णवतारकाय नमः। ॐ शोणाद्रीशस्तुतिद्रष्ट्रे नमः। ॐ भारतविद्याप्रकाशकाय नमः।
ॐ अविच्युतनिजप्रज्ञाय नमः।
ॐ नैसर्गिकमहातपसे नमः। ॐ कमण्डलुधराय नमः। ॐ शुभ्रकौपीनवसनाय नमः। ॐ गुहाय नमः ॐ दण्डपाणये नमः ॐ कृपापूर्णाय नमः ॐ भवरोगविषग्वराय नमः ॐ स्कन्दाय नमः ॐ देवतमाय नमः ॐ अमर्त्याय नमः ॐ सेनान्ये नमः ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः
यस्ताणोररुणाचलस्य पदयोः स्मृत्या जनिं प्राप्यत दिव्यानुग्रहसुप्रवाहविवशस्तादात्म्यभावं गतः हृन्निष्ठस्वगभीरनित्यतपसा लोकान् पुनास्येकराट् तस्मै श्रीरमणाय ते नम इदं लोकोत्तरज्योतिषे
विद्धानन्द्रगम्हत्यमाह्वान्मित्रस्य त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षे माभेर्मा संविक्ता महात्वा यहिंसिषं रमणसद्गुरवे नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि धूपानान्द्रमाचमनीयं नमत्पयामि ॐ उद्दीप्यत्वयादवेदो भग्नन्निरतिं मम पशोगत्यमह्यमावहजीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो हिगुं चेज्जातवेदो कामशं पुरुषं जगते अभिभ्यदग्नागहे श्रिया महापरिभातया रमणसद्गुरवे नमः प्रत्यक्षदीपं दर्शयामि दीपानान्द्रमाचमनीयं समर्पयामि ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः देवतविधप्रसुवा सत्यं दत्तेन परिषिञ्जामि अमृतोपस्तरणमसि ॐ स्वाहा मधुवातारतायते मदक्षरं जसिन्दवः माध्वेन्न सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमदोषधि मदिमत्पात्यवगुं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तनः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुमागुं मत्सोऽयः माध्वेर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु 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 कर्पूरचूर्णं व्यक्तं ताम्बूलं मदिगैक्यतां कर्पूरताम्बूलं समर्पयामि ॐ एतस्य राज्यमादत्ते यो राजा तन् राज्यो वासो मे न यजते देवसुवामेतानि हवीगुंसि भवन्ति एतावन्तो वै देवानागुं सवाः त एवास्मै सवान् प्रयच्छन्ति तेनं पुनः सुवन्दे राज्याय देवसूराजा भवति पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वसुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् वसुमान् भवति दायप्रदक्यदाहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः ॐ दद्वायुः ॐ ददात्मा ॐ दत्सत्यं ॐ दत्सर्वं ॐ तत्पुरोर्नमः अन्तत्तरति भूतेषु गुहायां विश्वमूर्तिषु त्वय्यज्ञस्तं वषट्कारस्तमिन्द्रस्त्वं रुद्रस्तं विष्णस्तं ब्रह्मत्वं पदिः त्वं ददा भोज्योतिरथोमृतं ब्रह्म भुवस्वरो हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतय उमापतये वसुपतये नमो नमः दघोरेभ्यो घोरघोरधरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वसर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तन्नो रुद्रप्रचोदयात् न सर्वविद्यानां ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्मादिवदिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो धनेन त्यागेनैके अमदत्वमानसः परेण नागन्निहितं गुहा एतद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविद्यानसनत्यदात्थ संन्यासयोगाद्यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परा परिमुच्यन्ते सर्वे दक्रं विभावं परमेश्वभूतैः एकं पुरमध्यदग्रस्तं तत्राविदक्रं गगनं विदोगस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यं यो वेदाधो स्वरप्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रगतिलीनस्तयः परः स महेश्वर अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायका ऋग्वेदमवधारय पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्युजं होतारकं रत्नदातमं देवतोत्तमा सार्वभौमा अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायका यजुर्वेदमवधारय वाजवस्तवोपाजवस्तदेवो वत्सविदा प्रार्पयतु श्रेष्ठतमस्य कर्मणे स्वस्ति देवतोत्तमा देवता सार्वभौमा ब्रह्माण्डनायका अथ सामवेदमवधारय अहमन्नमहमन्नमहमन्नम् अहमन्नादो ओहमन्नादो ओहमन्नादः अहग्गश्लोकगदहग्गश्लोकगदहग्गश्लोककृते अहमस्मि प्रथमदारिता स्या पूर्वं देवेभ्यो अमदस्य न भा ये यो मा ददाति देवमा भा ह अहमन्नमन्नमदन्दमा मे अहं विश्वं भुवनमभ्यभवा सुवर्णज्योतिः य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषते ॐ स्वस्ति
सुवार्धृषाम् आयिषानमा इन्द्र सुस्तु
ಓಂ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ದೇವತಾ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮ ಅಖಿಲಾಂಡಕೋಟಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ನಾಯಕ ಅಥರ್ವಣವೇದಮವಧಾರಯ ಏವೋಂಗ್ ಅಯವಚ ಹಯವಟ ಹರ ಜಭಂಜ ಗಣದಸ್ಯ ಜಪಗಣದಸ್ಯ ಖಾಫಾ ಛಾಠಾ ಚಟತೌವ ಸರಸರ್ ಹಲ್ ಇತಿ ಮಾಹೇಶ್ವರಾಣಿ ಸೂತ್ರಾಣಿ ಓಂ 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 ಅದಾತೋ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಜಿಜ್ಞಾಸಾ ದೇವತಾ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮ ಅಖಿಲಾಂಡಕೋಟಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ನಾಯಕ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮೇ ದಿವ್ಯಜಾನಾತ್ ಆನಂದಾದ್ದೇವಕಲ್ವಿಮಾನಿ ಭೂತಾನಿ ಜಾಯಂತೆ ಆನಂದೇನ ಜಾತಾನಿ ಜೀವಂತೆ ಆನಂದಂ ಪ್ರಿಯಂತ್ಯಭಿದಂ ವಿಸಂತೀತಿ ತದ್ವಿಜ್ಞಾಯ ನೇ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪರಮೇವ್ಯೋ ಮನ್ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತಾ ಏವಂ ವೇದ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠತಿ ಅನ್ನವಾನನ್ನಾದೋ ಭವತಿ ಮಹಾನ್ ಭವತಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವತ್ಸದೇನ ಮಹಾನ್ ಕೇತ್ಯ ಓಂ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮ ಅಖಿಲಾಂಡಕೋಟಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ನಾಯಕ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರಮವಧಾರಯ
ರಮಣಾಯ ರಮಣಾಯ ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ಪರಿಶುಭ್ರ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಲೆಯಾದ ಗುರುವೇ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಡಿಪಾಗಿ ನನ್ನನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡುವೆ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ ನಮವೆಂಬ ಭವದೂರ ಮಂತ್ರ ನಾನೆಂಬ ಹಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸುಡುವಂತ ತಂತ್ರ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ ಶಿವರೂಪಿ ತತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಂಡೊಯ್ಯುವ ಬಲವು ಭವದಾಸೆಗಳ ಸುಡುವ ಶ್ರೀಕಲ್ಪತರುವು ರಮಣಾಯ 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 ನಮ ಓಂ 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 ರಮಣಾಯ ನಮ ಓಂ ರಮಣಾಯ ನಮ
ಓಂ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ದೇವದೋತ್ತಮ ದೇವತಾ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮ ಅಖಿಲಾಂಡಕೋಟಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ನಾಯಕ
ಓಂ ಮಹದ್ಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಮಂತ್ರಾರ್ಥಾಃ ಸತ್ಯಾಃ ಸಕಫಲಾಃ ಸಂತೃತಿ ಭವಂತೋ ಮಹಾಂತಃ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಯಂತು यजमान्याजाः सङ्कल्पितस्य च द्वितीयदिवसे प्रातःकाले तैलाभिषेकपूर्व क्षीराभिषेकदध्यभिषेकमधुभिषेक सुगन्धकुन्दगन्धधवलपुराधवलसहस्रनामाष्टोत्तर पूजाविधानेन भगवान् सर्वात्मकः रमण महर्षि सुप्रसन्नो वरदो भूत्वा पुष्यनक्षत्रे खड्गरासो जातयः वार्तानाम्याः असीदपर्यन्तं रमण महर्षि भक्तानां क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याभिवृद्ध्यर्भूजा धृतिभवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तो समस्तसन्मङ्गलानि सन्तो सत्याजेता आशिषः सन्तो अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तराभिवृद्धिरस्तु. செய்ய வேண்டிய வேலை. ஓம் ஈஸ்வர சர்வபூதான ब्रह्मादिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर् शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो. सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः. भवे भवेनादिभवे भवस्वभां भवोद्भवाय नमः. शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावे.
ಪ್ರಸಾದ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಬಕೆಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇವಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಜನ. ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದು.